Friday. I am on my way to a flex. As you know, the last time I worked at the place on my flex job, they canceled the next 3 times. They said it was scheduling needs. But anyway, another new place popped up. Now, I just Googled it because good thing I double checked where I was going, because there's 2 of them. There's one in Pigeon Forge and Sevierville, and I only saw Sevierville. So, always a good thing to double check the address before you go. And honestly, I just looked and it's literally right across the road from where I did my other flex job. So, getting ready to go. It's a 4-hour shift, which is much better on my back. But anyway, I'm on my way now. Cody's in the back, lying down, taking him to my mom's and dropped him off, and then I'm gonna head there for my new flex. I've never been to this place before, so we'll see how it goes. And after I drop Cody off, since I have, an hour to drive to work, I will talk a little about my car and what was wrong, what got fixed, and I'll just warn you now, for the ones that don't care and think I just say that for whatever reason, there are people that genuinely care and wanted to know. I also wanted to say thank you to my friends that signed up for my memberships. I really appreciate that. I just started that a couple days ago. I'm really excited because this is my first month with it. And I'll just kind of tell you, when you set up, it's kind of a learning process. But when I first put in what perks I want to offer, first of all, YouTube gives suggestions for how many tiers I should have for my channel. They recommended 2, one lower, one higher price. And that's how that works. So when you put in the perks, YouTube, it's kind of nice. They kind of help you. They give you what you should charge. So on one of them, I actually on both charged a little less than YouTube said, but I just kind of went on my own. I wanted to make sure, with this being my first membership thing going on, that I didn't overdo it and I couldn't, give people the perks that I offer. It has to be, I can still do it while working and all of those things. So it's what I felt comfortable with, and I'm excited. You can see in the membership area on my YouTube channel page, it should have the link there. You just click memberships and you can see what both of them offer, and I'm excited for that. So yeah, we are almost here. Look how cute. I gave my mom some lights to put around her door. I've actually got some more purple ones for her. Come on, Cody. Let's get your food. Good job. Come on. Bye, Cody. See you later. It was hard today because Cody, I didn't know if he was going to get out. He loves my mom, but he didn't want to get out. So I'm just kind of taking you with me on a flex day, which thank God this one popped up because I had those 3 canceled, but this popped up. So, oh my gosh, it stinks. It stinks out here. Oh my goodness. I wish you guys could smell what I smell from Bush's baked beans. I don't know. I've always said it does not smell appetizing. It smells like people that have too many beans. Ew. Okay, anyway, so I told you I would tell you kind of while I'm driving about my car. So I took it in Tuesday, dropped it off. I found out there's new owners. And anyway, I dropped the car off. They said it would be about an hour before it even get looked at. They're going to put the device on, all of that. So my mom picks me up. We go to her apartment. 2.5 hours later, I haven't heard. So I'm like, well, drive me back, Mom, because I left Cody at home, with the mini split. I don't know, it hasn't leaked, but I don't want to take a chance. And so I go back and I said, oh, did he check my car yet? And she said, no, he's not going to get to it for a while. He's really busy. He's the only one here. I'm like, oh. Okay. I said, well, I got to get back. I'll have to, come back another day. And she's like, okay. So I go out to my car, and when I tell you, my car started perfectly fine. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. The day I took it in, everything was fine. I go out to start it to just go back home, my car won't start. I mean, honestly, I thank God for that, because he did that. Anyway, I go in and tell him, I can't leave, my car won't start. So this guy, I give him a thumbs up. This mechanic, really behind on stuff, he comes out, he's like, okay, let me put the thing on here. So he shows me on the device, his says the same thing as AutoZone. It says a thermostat thingy, whatever. And yeah, that's all it shows. Knock on wood, we're hoping. Anyway, I told him, okay, well, he starts talking about, maybe he can just put this on. He may not need the part to save me money. So when he said that, I thought, well, that was nice, kind of proved something to me, because he could have just said something I needed and charged me for the whole thing, which it ended up being I needed this part anyway, but it was like $15 or $20. And I showed him what AutoZone gave me. I went and picked that up before I went in, thank God. I showed it to him, and he's like, that's not even the right one. I was like, oh my gosh. He's like, you don't need that part. So I took it back to AutoZone. Thank God they refunded me. And anyway, I went back, and he said he can't get the part that I need until the morning. So I'm like, well, that's fine. I said, I don't know how I'm going to get home. My car won't start. So he's looking around, and he's like, oh, he said, your oil is really low. And I was like, oh, because I have 1,000 miles till my next oil change. He said it didn't need changed. He didn't want to do the oil change, but he said that Hyundai are known for burning through oil, especially with the high mileage. So I've never had to add oil in between oil changes. And there's many people, it's not just me, many people that have said they never had to. I guess Hyundai, I did not know this, so there's no way I really know. And I even had, like 2 people double check with me, oh, is my oil looks okay? And they're like, yeah. So I kind of believe that. Anyway, this guy is like, well, you're probably going to have to add oil in between oil changes now. And he said, check it once every 3 weeks or so, like that. I'm really happy that I leave quite early, just because there's quite a bit of traffic, and we've been going pretty slow, but I turn off up here. I found out, this place is practically across the street from where I did my other flex. So it's on the parkway, very congested, but we will see how it goes. I should still be there about 20 minutes early, which is fine by me. I have to find a place to park, and it's better to get in there early rather than later. All right, I am here, ready to start this shift at a new store. Let's do it. I made it through my shift at my new store. They were very nice, and yeah, it was a little tricky getting out of there with, it was so busy. But I made it. I only had to do 1 light on the parkway, so it wasn't too bad. Now I am headed home. I'm going to go home and pick up my Cody. I think this road is so pretty. The mountains to the right. Oh my gosh. I told you I'll never get sick of seeing these mountains. Oh my gosh, the traffic. I'm almost here, Cody. Oh my gosh. I missed him so much. I see Cody. I bet he's so happy to see me. There he is. Hi. Hi, baby. Hi, are you whistling? Oh, hi. Hi, baby. Hi, Cody. You ready to go home? Yeah, let's go. Cody happy to see his mama. Let's go home.